Ready or not. Ready or not. Here I come. Can't hide. Gonna find you. And then
We're live. I'm looking at it.
I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, no success.
We are
Yes, we're live. I'm looking at it right now.
on Facebook too.
We're live, everything. Yes,
Oh,
on
what's up,
live. Yes.
y'all? We back. I see it. Look, I'm
All
petty.
right, we're gonna wait for some people to come in because we have not been on in a minute. So let me try to tag some people.
Yes.
We are live.
We had little
Yes.
vacations. Mm-hmm.
Let me
We had little vacations.
followers.
Mm. See, normally I'll see this side too. Like I don't see nothing.
What you say?
Why my screen looks different?
I don't know what you mean.
Like normally I can see where we are. Like if we on TikTok.
I don't know, but it's right there in the right corner. I'm looking at all the channels.
It's
So
not
we on
on mine.
all of
It
we.
just says recording for me.
Oh no, but it's we on everything. I'm looking at we adding. I don't know why, but we on everything.
See my settings.
So hi everybody, we are back. Today we were gone. We were on vacation. Woo! We were on vacation. I was on vacation. Liz was on vacation. Yeah, we were on vacation. So we hope that everybody did not forget about us. But we are back. So we'll wait for some people to come in because we'll be able to see. Um,
See, I can't see anything.
you can't see what?
I don't on our streaming. I don't see nothing. Like
You can't see how many people you used to can see. Can you see it's live at the top?
nope. I
That's
used to
weird.
can see us live. I
But you
used to
got the
can.
notes and stuff, right?
I think I got the notes, but I can't see. Like if someone do make a comment, I can't see.
You can't see the chat?
No,
What you
I don't
mean?
even have
You
a
should be able
chat
to
on
see the
mine.
chat.
What?
Why you don't have chat? You got the
That's
notes, right?
Yeah, I got the notes. That's my point. I don't have the chat. It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's different.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
You got the notes.
I got our notes. I put them in there.
You got music.
I
So
got
you might
music.
need to. You got music.
Uh-huh. Mhm. That's weird, ain't it?
All right, all right. We are we are back. We've been gone for a minute and we are talking about lessons learned. We're just going to be chatting today. We're talking about lessons learned. Um, yes, lessons learned. So as we wait for you guys, please click like and click share. Please share the live. Share the live. Please click like and share. Share, please. Share, please. Share, please. We are talking about lessons learned, and we really want to hear from our audience about lessons learned. And in a little while, we are wanting to you guys to request up because we want to know and talk to everyone to know what lessons to hone in on our conversation, to be a part of our conversation. So, yes. So, welcome back to the Sister Spiel. We are back. We've been on vacation for a little while, but now we are coming back to talk about the lessons learned. Click like and click share. What's wrong?
Who, me?
Yeah, click
I just
like and
how
huh?
um I don't know. We just roll with it because you can see I can't if somebody make a comment I can't see it. I don't know where we at. I
Why
don't know
is
why.
that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Mm.
Did you want to go out the live and come back in?
Yeah, I can see what's what. You just stay there. I'll be back.
All right, Leah, she'll be back. She gonna go out the live and come back because sometimes we just have a little technical difficulties. However, I am excited today. We are talking about lessons learned, and we want to hear from our audience about the lessons learned because a lot of times we don't talk about the things that we have learned, which probably can help other people. I think we need to be open enough to hear everyone else's story, to hear what everybody else
There
has.
it goes. Okay.
Oh, you got to change your name though, I think.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, so we want to hear everybody else's. We want to know what lessons have you learned. Like we want to share what we have learned, see if other people have learned the same things. We'll see what other people have overcome. Because I think the biggest thing, like me and Liz was talking about, is a place, a safe space for healing, for overcoming challenges and different circumstances and situations that we have all faced as women, and also what we all have faced as just living this humanistic life. So we got a little icebreaker we kind of want to see. So, what one lesson you learned the hard way but are now grateful for? Finish the sentence. If I knew then what I know now. You guys put it in the chat. If you could say one lesson you learned the hard way but are now grateful for, and finish the sentence. If I knew what I know now, what? What would you say, Liz?
Hmm.
What would you say? You guys,
Um,
Tony, click like, click share. Please click like, click share, and put it in the chat.
I
If
say if
you knew. Mm-hmm.
we're talking about lessons learned. Okay. If I knew what I know now about money and finances, then it'll be a lot different now. Hmm.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. I can agree. I can agree. I think that same here. If I knew about money, I'm trying to think. What would I say if I knew what I knew now? If I knew what I knew now, I would have traveled, exposed my children to more. I would have traveled more with my children while they were younger for more exposure. If I knew what I knew now, if I knew what I knew now, I would have traveled with my children more. I would have exposed them to um, a lot of different things other than um, other than just what we experience here. But I would have exposed them to more cultures. You know what I'm saying? I would
Yeah.
have sacrificed the sacrifices that I made for the surface level things of day to day. I would have sacrificed and traveled more with my children. and I would expose them to more culture. Yeah. So those is watching, can you guys tell us what you think? What would have tell me?
Hey
Hi,
y'all.
Lauren. Hey, tell me. Tell me. What do you guys think? Please tell us. Give us. If you knew what you knew now, what would it be? What would how would you complete that sentence? You guys hone in the chat. Please tell us. Please tell us. We
Mm-hmm.
really
Sister, why we waiting? How was
uh
your
huh.
vacation?
Oh, my vacation was it was really good. I'm gonna be honest. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of things we think we want. I learned that a lot of things that I thought I wanted to do, um, I thought I wanted to do, I found out that I didn't want to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
had
did.
fun back home with y'all though.
I know, I know.
Mm.
We had so much. I let me tell y'all. So my sister came here for a week, and you guys, let me just tell y'all, live here for a week. Let me tell y'all, I was outside every day.
Every
Okay,
day.
every day. We
Every day.
were outside every day. Like we were literally doing something every day, and I realized that I can't do that all the time.
Like
But it was
real.
an amazing time. But it was really good. So we got Lauren said, "Oh my God, this is so good, Lauren." She said, "I think I would have invested in myself more." Oh, you gonna make me cry?
Baby. Yes.
Oh my God, that is
The truth.
on point. That's
Absolutely.
the
I would agree.
okay. What did Nene say? Nene said, "If I knew then what I know now."
Oh Jesus.
I would have protected my peace and set firm. Y'all talking tonight. Y'all talking tonight. Y'all, you know what? If hey, Nene, you gonna come up. Nene, come on, send me your email. Text me your email. You gotta come up. You gotta come up. You gotta come up, girlfriends. To put your email in the chat because I'm about to send you to come up. Lauren, when you get a chance, you gotta come up too because we gotta talk tonight. We gotta talk tonight, y'all. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Nene, you gotta put your send your email in the chat, girl, so I can send you an invite. Send it, put it in the chat. Who
Girl,
else
make
we
sure your
got?
wigs fit right.
Right.
That's what you
Who
got
else
to
gonna come up? Like we talking tonight. We got some really good conversation pieces that I think we need to really talk about. Like, come on, y'all. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Drop your email in the chat. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Because we sending invites. I'm sending invites tonight. Because we're gonna talk and have some conversation.
Oh, sleepy.
You always sleepy.
Girl, I didn't get into it late.
I love those two, what they said. I think I would
Yes.
have invested in myself more. And then if I knew then,
What
I
I
would
know.
have protected my peace and set firmer boundaries.
Yep. I would agree.
I can say that those two things is what's up. Okay, I got you. All right, I got you, Nene.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Because, like they say, it takes what, 18 to 21 days to create a habit. So just imagine if we were young in our 20s, in our teens, setting boundaries, making things firm, investing in ourselves. It would just been a part of our life. It would have been who we were. You know what I'm saying? It was something we wouldn't have to learn. It was something that is already a part of us. You know, it would have been a part
Mm-hmm.
of us. But the great part about it is it's never too late
It's
to start
never
it.
too
Come on.
late. It's
When you
never too late.
breathing, you can start investing in yourself, setting firm boundaries, and protecting your peace.
Yes, it's never too
That's for
late.
sure. No,
Especially like, yeah, it's never too late.
that's crazy.
It's never too late. It's never too late. You know what? That's good to say because what I think we mess up, where we make mistake is that when we start having children, we automatically be pouring into them. You know what happens? We forget about we get
Self.
married. The same thing happens. We
And that happens in
invest.
relationships. Even yep.
Yes,
Even when
period.
you're not married, you'll be in relationships investing in others. You'll invest more in them than they're in their own selves. You
Period.
know.
It
Yeah,
happens.
and this
Period.
and it's
Doesn't
not.
it?
It's not. You coming from a good place, but you're not coming from a good place within yourself because you'll lose focus, especially if it's not being appreciated and valued. Because when it's appreciated and valued,
Yes,
it'll be
yes, yes,
seen and
yes.
you'll be seen and they'll be able to, oh no, hold on, pull you into, oh, do this for you. No, take care of you. They'll be taking it'll be a mutual, it'll be a mutual thing. It won't be a one-sided, you know. So baby, hey, y'all talking real. Talking real. What? So let's where we at on our starting in our lessons learned. Where we gonna start moving into? We gonna pull Nini up
Okay,
first.
Nashanta, I just sent you. Yeah, I just sent it. I just sent you a link to come join us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. She said, I remember my life coach telling me that your dreams become your children's dreams. Wow. Because you are creating a path for them to dream.
Hmm.
I'm gonna need you to explain that a little more. A little more.
But that's
And Miss
sometimes
Shanta,
if
I
I'm
sent you a
taking
link.
it, if I take how she's saying it, which I hope she'll explain more. Sometimes our dreams that we have, our children will end up fulfilling some of the things that we had. So even like in our
Okay.
dreams, things that we want to do in life or things that we aspire to do,
Okay.
sometimes our kids will end up taking the place of doing what we, you know, that we be. That's why sometimes people say you live through your children because your children. Right. Yeah, exactly. So you couldn't pursue certain things, but your children will do things that you like. Our mom, remember, she says like, I always wanted to be this. You know what I'm saying? She's like, always wanted to go to school. I get my degree. Always wanted to teach. So we still, even though she didn't do it, but her
Oh
dreams
yeah,
end up being
right, right. I
fulfilling
get what you're
in us.
saying. Okay.
Within
Right. And you thought you couldn't pursue them due to you having a child.
pursue it.
Exactly. You know why? Because I
Gotcha,
think
gotcha.
it was so. You know what? I'm gonna be totally honest. When I had my
Stereotyped.
kids, I was stereotyped. I was stereotyped when I had my children. I was stereotyped because I had them so young, and I was told that, well, you got to
Your
stay at
life
home and
is
take
gonna
care of
be
your kids.
over.
Your life is
And it's
over because you
over.
have kids. That is
And that's the
not
biggest lie.
true.
That's the
That is
biggest
not
lie.
true. They tell you your life is
Yeah.
over when you got kids. That's not true. It's going to be a challenge. However, with tenacity and perseverance,
And a
you
good support
can,
system.
and a good support system. I think I think that in our black culture, I'm going to talk about us in our culture, in our black culture. That's what was pushed. Well, you got kids. Well, you can't do this. You got to put your life on hold. You know what? I just don't believe that. I don't
Right.
think that you have to put your life on hold. You should. Um, I don't know why the connection acting up today. I think that in the black culture, in the black home, a lot of things was said that was not, that really honestly put us in a it put us in a slavery mentality, and it put us in a poverty mentality. It automatically stuck us in those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically stuck us in those boxes. And and then and unbeknownst a lot of times to our ancestors or our parents and stuff like that, of course they know they were teaching what they thought they knew and everything like that, but it just really set us in a different mentality. And I think, to me, I always say, and I'm speaking for myself, that who I am, I have always been who I am. And I remember my mama telling me that I have always been that, because I've always had the drive, the tenacity, the fortitude to keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I know that's right, Lauren. That's right. She right. That's
That's
right.
right.
I have, that's right. Be an example. Because they don't, every time they don't have to see us struggle. Why do why do we feel that we have to, that they have to see us struggle? Or yes, a lot of times it's us holding ourselves back.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they, we don't have to see each other struggle, we don't have to do all that other stuff, like, no, you know.
And so, you know what? Some parents also, just being a high school teacher, some parents, some kids, there are generation curses. Kids that do, they mom was a teen mom, and their teen, but parents have to learn to give their children grace, because of some of y'all just didn't get caught with what y'all did wrong. Somebody just, some teenagers, just the pregnancy is what caught them up in what they were doing. But some of y'all was out there straight bucketing, but you didn't get caught with a pregnancy.
You didn't get
So you
caught.
lose it, right? You lose the reality that you got to give them grace too. I'm not saying you condone everything. That's not. I'm saying you have to give them grace and say, okay, this was a mistake. This is something you probably shouldn't have done. This is gonna make your life a little bit challenging, but let's set up a plan. Let's figure this out so you can be successful, in that your child won't be another product of society, a statistic, because you're a teen mom or you something like that. So we got to give grace. You got to, as parents, we got to give our kids grace, because we did everything right. We ain't
And
been
then too,
perfect.
it could be a challenge when they ain't a teen mama. When
Come on.
we both have daughters that had children that were adults when they had
Yep.
children.
Yep. And
It's
it's and not
still
and
an
it's
adjustment.
right. And it's still hard. The first time ever having a child, like, that's hard. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy for, period. If you're in a marriage or you're not in a marriage, it's not easy, because it's a new experience for you. It's something new. This is you're go walking into the unknown now, you know?
Okay, so now we're
Right.
gonna get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Relationships and love lessons learned.
Just
This is
like,
what we talking about.
woo.
Relationships and love. All right. I got to know this. This what I got. This why I need y'all girls to come up here so we can talk about it. So we can talk about it. So we can talk about it.
Did she get her butt
What?
on the thing?
Yeah,
Click
what's
the
up,
link.
Nene? Where are you? We gonna talk about
Let me text
relationships
her.
and love, and some of the biggest takeaways that we got from past relationships. Oh my God, we can hit this one like really good. I want
You
to
know,
know. I want to know. I want
she
to
worked from
know.
home, so she
Can I,
probably had to
somebody,
get.
let me see. Let me see. I want to know. What did she say? What did she? I sent her the thing. I want to know.
Give me a minute. I'm trying to get
Trying
connected.
to
Okay.
know.
I was like, nigga, get
I
on straight. Oh shoot.
know. Lauren,
I
I
forgot
know
my
you
thing.
got something for us, honey. I know you got something for us on that right there. I know you do.
Well, what's the first? What we going to? Our first question.
What is one of the
The biggest
lessons?
lesson.
Yeah, what it say? The biggest lesson learned
I tell
from
you
a
what.
past. relationship, from a past relationship.
Yeah, one of my biggest lessons I've learned, and I've learned and learning, you gotta let go and let God. You just gotta let go because when you start to, God got a sense of humor. He's got a sense of humor. Sometimes you just gotta let. What I say that what I and that let them. You said let people do them. And then they said when it goes from let them, then it's like now it's on me. Now let me. Now what I'm about to do. Let me take care of me. Let me take care of me. When you do what you feel like you is best for you, let me do what's best for me now. You know? Forever
Hmm.
learning. Forever
Forever,
learning.
forever learning. I would say, what is the biggest lesson that I've learned from a past relationship?
Did you get the question, Miss Lauren? She said, what was the question? That was the question. What was the
What
big
is the biggest lesson you have learned from a past relationship?
You sent her a link too, sister?
I didn't get Lauren. Oh, you got okay, sis. All
Her
right, all right.
email.
I'm gonna send you a link too. Hold on 1 second.
She said she trying to connect. I guess can you do it off your phone too or your computer? You can do it off both. You got a computer with a camera and a microphone, or
Hold
you can do it
on.
off your phone. Yes, yes, baby. This is something else.
Okay,
Ow.
hold on, Lauren. Hold on, boo. Uh, hold on. I'm finna send you one.
Yes. Dang.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me look again at Yahoo. Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
It's gonna come from Smart Nurse 38. The link.
Whew. Boy, lessons learned. We are
Okay, sis, I
forever
just sent
learning.
it to you. Okay.
Forever learning.
Are we forever learning? So I would say for me is in a big lesson that I learned in a past relationship would be to
It's so
stick to
many.
what I to stick to one of them is stick to what I know to be true.
Yeah.
Stick to what I know to be true. Stick to follow my discernment. Not allow and not as our girl said, what's the song I like that she said? She said you let them oh, you know I'm finna get the lyrics. Hold on.
Oh,
She
you talk
said,
about Glorilla and
she
Oh
said,
Lord,
let me get the lyrics. She
get the lyric.
said, hey,
She was real
let me
though,
tell y'all,
raw but real.
she was real and raw. She said,
We
I'm
saw
finna get
them
the
red
lyrics.
flags look like green lights or something. Which you talk about?
Yeah, she said, I'm finna see what she said. I'm
Get
finna
the
tell you what
lyrics.
she I'm finna get the lyrics. She said, um, okay, her lyrics. Hold on.
You got
She
the clean
said,
version. Oh,
oh,
we can
hold on.
add music on here.
Hold on. I need to get the okay, I got the clean version.
Hey,
Hold on.
honey.
Hey y'all.
Hey, Lauren!
Hey.
Don't
What's
never
Hey
let
up,
me
everybody.
girlie?
wrong you. Hold on.
Huh? Oh,
I know. Hold on. I might. Can we put it on here?
okay. He wants to say hi,
Tell me
y'all.
what?
Okay. So let
Hey.
him have his moment.
Hey.
Hey.
You talking about? Oh,
So
I
her
put
laugh.
you talking about put the
Yeah, because I see them
Lauren,
upload. You can
Lauren.
upload it.
Yeah, I'm finna send it to my I'm finna send it to my email.
Okay, I'm talking. Go wash your face.
I'm gonna send
Don't
it to
never
my
let
Bye.
email.
go. Oh,
Bye.
yeah. Night night.
Hello. Can y'all see me?
Mackie,
Yes.
Okay,
Gaga.
I finally got it together. Woo! Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy
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 Monday.
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 Ain't no ocean, ain't no sea. Mackie, da da. Keep my sister away from me.
Ladies, welcome to the Sister Spill. Welcome, welcome,
Welcome, welcome.
welcome.
Thank you.
All
Oh,
right,
wait.
so we're gonna get into. So, what our question was, what's the biggest lesson you learned from a past relationship? Let's talk about it. What we got?
What's the big?
I think
Can you
I
all
got
hear me?
some. Oh, go ahead.
Can y'all
Yeah,
hear
go
me?
Yeah. Hmm.
ahead.
Okay, so the question is, what's the biggest lesson you learned from a past relationship?
Yeah,
That's the
Yep.
question, right?
yeah.
Well, the
Hmm.
biggest lesson that I've learned is just because you a loving person and you love hard, don't mean that you have to stop loving hard for somebody else. Just don't pour your love to that. Just don't pour your love out to sing to that person.
Okay.
Okay, I see what you're
Elaborate.
saying. Yep, yep.
I've
Yeah,
learned that
elaborate.
with me when I love hard, and you can't help. Sometimes you can't help how you love people, but you gotta help how you love people. I'm gonna be the same no matter who I'm with, because that's just me. But I'm learning. Can you hear me?
That's the iPhone.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello?
You say you learning.
Okay. I don't know what just happened. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let's see what just happened.
While we waiting on her, go ahead, Lauren. What you got?
Sure. Yeah.
So I would say
Hello?
what I've learned. Um, not to dummy
Can
down
y'all hear
yourself.
me?
Like, yeah, we hear you.
I don't think everybody can hear me.
She can hear us.
I don't think she can hear us.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
What's happening? Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead.
Yes.
No.
Go
Mm-hmm.
out and come back. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, go ahead, Lauren.
I would say not to like dim your light or dummy down yourself for somebody. Um, you got to go into a relationship being your authentic self, and then they have to accept the authentic you. You know what I mean? Um, and
Hmm.
if they can't,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, sometimes you can. I also learned too. Like, don't you can't be just you can't just be with somebody as like to have companionship without purpose. So
Mm.
I will
I
have to
like.
say that, like, you have a lot of people walking around in relationships that are just have them there for the companionship when it has no substance. So, and
Mm.
I'm guilty of that too. In a previous relationship. So I would say like, don't just date to be dating someone, and you know that there's no purpose behind it or it's not going anywhere. Um, Especially when you know who you are and you know that there's a level of yourself, because you can get with that and then you become lower than what your potential is because you're settling in that companionship mode. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
No. Yeah.
Absolutely. That is true. And I was telling someone yesterday, I was like, when you date, you should be dating intentionally. Like
Yes.
it's the purpose for dating is just I can get a roommate and don't have to deal with the emotional part of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like so you when
Hmm.
you date, I'm dating intentional. That means my intentions is eventually for us to take this to a permanent commitment, which is marriage, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's not, you know, if that's the case, I don't need I can get a roommate, you know.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't need, you know, I don't need all this. So you should be
Hmm.
dating intentionally for marriage, but marriage is not the end goal. That's the start.
It's not. That's the
That's the
start. Right.
beginning. That's the beginning of building a life with
Hmm.
someone,
The end goal.
setting goals together, being able to build together and
Hmm.
create something with someone. One, like the Bible tells us, one could put 1,000, two could put 10,000. Just imagine what two of us together, the impact we could come on this world with our purpose is like it's crazy. But they have to see that, like you said, they have to know. You have to be on that same
Okay. Yeah.
wavelength with them. You know, they have to have that same purpose and understand the magnitude of why that commitment is important.
So what were you saying, Nene? Finish explaining.
Okay. What can you all hear me now? I'm sorry.
We hear you.
Yeah. You do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um Basically what I'm saying is don't I've learned that what I see is their potential, don't want more for them than you want for yourself. Don't push your don't push
Yeah.
yourself
I think we
beyond
all
don't
need
push
to do that.
yourself beyond your limitations to better them when they don't have a plan to better themselves. Let them be what they gonna be and you do you. And be
Yep.
content and be at peace,
Yes.
and that's it. Once you've done everything that you're supposed to do, God will work out the rest. And I'm learning that. And I've learned that even in my last relationship. Don't stop being you. Don't stop being the love in you. Just
Don't give it
love
to me.
differently. Right. Just
Don't
love.
give it so
You have
freely.
to love differently. That don't mean you have to stop loving people. One bad apple don't
Hmm.
spoil the bunch. You just
I
get
know
rid of
that's the
that
truth.
bad apple in the bunch. And that's
That's
what
it.
I'm learned. You can't Everybody is not that person. That person is bad, but everybody in that circle is not bad. You just have to get rid of that person, let them be and be at peace. You done what you're supposed to do, let it go. And
Hmm.
I've learned it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
So
like how
we.
you said what I
What about
learned
you,
too.
sister?
Just to piggyback off of what Nene said, um, I like the fact that just authentic love for a person, period. You know what I'm saying? The authentic
Right.
how I am. I'm a
Hmm.
person that I like to help. I like to I like to, it's just in me to want to love and care for and be. And I think I understand what she's saying. I had to make sure, like I'm not gonna apologize for being me because you was the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It what the past
Mhm.
relationship told me how to that I can be who I am, but I still have to set a boundary.
Three.
Mhm.
Once I
Yep.
see that you want to push them, it's for me to be firm. It's for me to stand
Firm.
and have that boundary. When I see you want to push the boundary, then that is for me to stand to put more my boundary more rooted to
Mhm.
make my boundary more of no, this is what it is. Because what I found out, and they always say, you teach a person how to treat you.
Yes.
You teach a person how to treat you. So if I allow you to continue to if my standard is here, but I allow you to bring me here, then trust me, just the humanistic thing, you're gonna if you see that you can push it lower, however you feel for me to
Mhm.
bring my standard. If you're gonna push the boundary, if this is the boundary, and I allow you to push me a little bit, then guess what? You're gonna see you push, you're gonna push me again. So therefore, I'm teaching you that my boundaries don't mean anything.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep. So true. And sometimes it's not always easy. Um, when you love people to, to stick to, like, you have the boundaries. Not that the boundaries not there. You know how we have you, like, you have the rules on the board, like in school. You have the you have the rules there. We know those the rules. The rules don't change.
Hmm.
But sometimes you don't always follow the rules. So, and it's the
Mhm.
same thing in relationships. Like, sometimes you have the boundaries
Yeah.
there, but you don't follow the boundaries because of
Mhm.
Don't follow.
love or
Yeah.
circumstance. As teachers, we'd be like, okay, because you would, I'm gonna give you a chance, and da. But the rules never change.
Right.
The rules never change, but it's a purpose for the rules, so you can comply and things can run smoothly, so the classroom can be ran smoothly. It's no different in a relationship. We have boundaries and standards, so it can run
Yeah.
smoothly. But when somebody wants to break the boundaries, push the boundaries still there. The rules are
Mhm.
still there. It's just you're pushing them, and then sometimes as women we'll be like, oh, we're gonna, because we give them a chance. But as teachers, we got to do the same thing. Sometimes people got to have consequences, and it don't
Yeah.
feel
Which is okay too. Which okay.
right.
Hmm.
It's
Mhm.
okay, because if I don't give,
That's okay too. It's okay too to get chances.
because
Hmm.
if I don't, right, if I
Mhm.
give, I like in class. That's what I related so much to being a teacher, because even I give students chances. It comes to a point when sometimes when they know I'm fed up,
Yeah.
enough is enough, and I say, okay, that's it, and then you got consequences, and that's the only time they seem to change and learn from it. But my rules never changed. The rules was always there. Just because you pushed them don't mean my rules and standards doesn't apply. But I had to give you consequences. You gotta have consequences. But it's the heart in us, and because we be passionate in our relationships and passionate
Hmm.
in
Mhm.
what we do as teachers, that we'll give them so many chances when sometimes you gotta be straight with it.
Mhm.
Like, that's it. You know, you gotta give it to them.
Hmm.
Oh, I like this next question. Have you ever, which I know we all have you ever ignored a red flag now that you wish you hadn't? And what happened?
I didn't want to answer that question. Oh my goodness.
Go
Can we just talk about
girl.
the spiritual side? You know how, like, you've been warned, and you didn't listen to the warning. And the warning
Mhm.
9 times out of 10 is what you already seen too. But you just be like, okay,
Mhm.
let me alone. And then you wind up going through the motions that could have been subsided if had you
Mhm.
listened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna sum that up in that. Yeah. But yeah, listening.
Okay, you know what made me think of? Okay, so this is what I thought of. Do you guys feel that because we keeping it up, but because we have been through things in relationships,
Hmm.
certain red flags and different things like that, do you feel that when you have had conversations or met new a new person or a new individual, that because you have seen red flags or you have been through it where it was red flags, but it has made you kind of give you like a level of anxiety or overthinking when you met a person,
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely.
over.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you go through a situation and it's so bad to where you like, when you meet somebody different, it was so bad. You just like, I ain't trying to be so bad again. So it's like you leery about everything because
Yeah.
something to trigger off they said, like,
I
oh, they
mean,
said that too.
everything,
Triggers you
everything.
off.
You like, okay, what? Okay, what you say?
Mhm.
And it's probably not even it's probably not even what you think, but because you don't want to mess up again. Because I think me and Liz had
Mhm.
Yeah.
conversation. Me and her had a conversation. I was saying, Leary, you can meet somebody or somebody try to talk to you, but you don't want to mess up again off of what you were saying, Lauren, because okay, I discerned this time and I didn't listen.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
now you trying to figure out discernment or is it my anxiety? You know what I'm saying? Like what is it?
Yep.
Is it discernment or
Mm-hmm.
is it me just overthinking? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's
But
just a
that,
Girl,
sign
what do
of
you what do you
protection.
do?
um,
What do you do when you have been in those situations? And because we all, I'm sure, got discernment. You know what I mean? You have been in those situations, and you're really not overthinking that it is what it is.
Mhm.
You know what I
I
mean?
think
What do
it's
you do in
I
that?
think it's I think it's more
yeah.
protection and
Yeah.
guarding your protection and guarding your heart. I don't think it's really
Mhm.
more so you overthinking. Because I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of times if you go into something thinking more than
Is
likely
that?
it's gonna happen. So with me, I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm still going through my healing stage. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm protecting my peace as I go through my healing stage. But I'm learning when you go through your healing stage, don't be bitter because
Mm-hmm.
not everybody is that person. Just don't deal
Mhm.
with that person. But, you know, God gives
Yeah.
everybody wisdom. God gave
Yep.
me wisdom with mine. And I knew the person for 10 years. And I even thought, oh, with 10 years, I thought they would never do that with me. When a person show you who they are the first time, you believe it and run for your life. And that's just what it is.
Right.
I'm just being
Yeah,
honest because
that's
a lot of times we get caught up on somebody for so long and you would think, oh, they would never do that to me. But when they do it to you, it burn. And that's a hurt that's just like you just can't believe it. Because it's like they know better. And it's like you would do anybody like that, but you would do me like that, especially when you've been loyal. I'm not perfect, but dang, like, just get away from me at that point. I feel like if you was gonna do me dirty and do all that, if you just hate me, just say I don't want to be bothered. It's no hard feelings because I got too much stuff going on, and I care about my peace, my edges, and my waistline. So I don't have time.
That part.
I'm just being
I see
honest.
Latoya said, watch for the signs, but I also know sometimes you don't get those signs until you deep into the relationship or commitment has been completed.
Mhm.
Ask God to give you the signs if that you are need to be or need to be, or is that your purpose with the person that you're trying to pursue that
Mhm.
relationship. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. For me, in my experience, now my discernment was there. And what let me tell you what the Lord told me. I told the Lord, I was like, well, I didn't pay attention. The Lord said, everything I showed you about the person was true. My discernment was not off, not off. But you know what happened? I told my sister, and I think I talked to me. You have to silence the noise. A lot of noise. It was
Mhm.
a lot of noise.
Mhm.
It was a lot of noise. I was accurate. God was telling me it was what it was. It was what it was. However, the other person, they just did not tell the truth and did not full disclosure, which made me think we have to go through some things. We just gonna have to go through it. That's just like Joseph. He had to be thrown in the pit. He had to be.
Mhm.
It had to happen for the
Mhm.
plan of God's life to come. Now, would he have chose to been thrown in the pit? Absolutely not, because he was
Probably
given
not.
dreams and
Absolutely not.
and he wouldn't have chose to been
Mhm.
thrown in the pit, but he was thrown in the pit. But however, it had to happen. So I look at things that I've been through in my life. I said it had to happen. It's all literally not saying as a cliche, but all things is gonna work for my good, and it did.
That ain't no cliche.
It
That's
did.
the word of God.
Mhm.
That's the word.
It's
That's what
gonna
it
work
say,
like
and it's
that.
true. So every relationship that we all been through, that we have all had conversations about relationships. I've had all conversations with all of you guys about different things we've been through. It had to happen
Yeah.
Mhm.
because you wouldn't be who you were today, Lauren. I wouldn't be who I was. Nina, you wouldn't be who you was, and Liz, you wouldn't be who you was, and whoever watching, you wouldn't be who you were.
Mhm.
What
If it
happens
quack
is,
And you
and
like
what
a
know,
I
duck,
don't like,
mhm.
look like
is
a
when the
duck.
enemy tries to use our experiences to try to make
Mhm.
us feel bad, or to try, or not even just the enemy but other people. That's why you got to be careful who you talk to,
Mhm.
who your circle is, who you confide
Mhm.
in, because people will try to use your experiences, or they will be looking at you
Mhm.
crazy and will try to think that that negates your
Mhm.
wisdom, that negates your knowledge, or that negates your
Right.
understanding.
Mhm.
But
Mm-hmm.
you know what's so crazy is like, but people don't. One thing me and my sister talk about in Nini, we always say this the same thing. People only gonna tell you what they want you to know. People go
Mhm.
through a lot of stuff,
Right.
and they just not gonna tell you.
Mhm.
So they just choose not to say it. You may be more transparent than some other people, and honest with yourself. That's why you can move on. And people like, look like you ain't been through. Well, I look like I went through the fire, but I don't look like I've been through the fire because I'm
Mhm.
more transparent with God. I'm transparent with myself and my, my support team about what I go through. But see, you hiding it, but you know you're really going through hell over there in that relationship, but you don't want to tell nobody because you're embarrassed because you care about what people think. So
Mhm.
people say one thing, I tell myself, I said, people gonna do what they want to do. So you do what you want to do. Because people ain't gonna tell you what they will and won't do. Because they'll be doing stuff.
Mhm.
You be like, wait a minute, I wouldn't even do that. But they'll tell you
Mhm.
what you shouldn't do, and they're ready to pass judgment on you, and don't realize because we're transparent. Because I'm real with God. I can talk to God. I can have that type of conversation in my mistakes, in my downfalls, and say, hey, this is what it is, and I don't like it. Yep, I messed up on that. Yep. I
Mhm.
thought this person was like this, and this ain't it. You good? I got you.
Mhm.
God, he got you. But when you want to be
Mhm.
secretive and you act like nobody knows, and but you
Mhm.
sit in judgment on someone else and get self righteous, see, that's why you still up in that thing.
Mhm.
You ain't been delivered from it.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell me what I should do, but you land in the bed with a pair of thighs. I mean, you can't tell me what I shouldn't do,
Mhm.
and you got it. You know?
Girl, look,
And you know what? Can I say
I'm a firm
something?
believer, and
And
it's
in
crazy,
your,
but I do what I want to do.
You said what?
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I
And
said,
and
I,
and in your
I
journey
said,
and in your
I'm sorry,
breakup
Nikki.
journey, that's okay. No, I was saying be around people that you can be transparent with, you can be open with. Be with people that's gonna pray for you and not against you. Cause it's a lot. It's a lot being open to people these days, and it's hard to trust people. But be with some people that you sometimes gonna have to hear the truth from. And when
Yep.
people tell you the truth, they're not saying it to hurt you. They're coming
Hmm.
from a good place. And I want to be around people that's gonna tell me up front. Don't go to other people and say, "Girl, did you hear what she did? And she's stupid, and we did this."
Yep.
Because let's face it, we all have done
Oh,
some
they've been
stupid
stupid.
stuff. We've all
What?
have done some stupid stuff, and we may have all have done some stuff that we not proud of. But you learn from your stupidity.
Exactly.
However, when you continue to be stupid, it's like how many stupids can you be? Now that's when it's just like, okay, it's something beyond just the mental stupid spectrum.
Right.
But be around people.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay not to be okay. And I've
Mhm.
learned that the older I get, it's okay not to be okay. Don't harbor that stuff in. Pray, go to God, go to your friends, and go to not just any friends, your good, solid friends. See, everybody is not a good, solid friend, and everybody don't know how to be a friend, and everybody don't know how to pray. I don't want no Jesus wet prayer, okay? Don't just give me no little Jesus wet prayer. Pray with me. We gonna cry this thing out together. So it's okay
Mhm.
not to be okay, but be around some people that genuinely that's gonna love you and be there for you, and you got to be able to take it. Yeah, I talk to people all the time, like me and Liz. I say, honey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and she gonna tell me the truth, and she gonna tell me stuff just to hurt me. But I would rather it come from her than from somebody else. I'd rather it come from somebody that know me than for somebody that don't know. You'll take it differently. So be okay to be transparent. You can't tell everybody your business, but tell those your everybody need a good solid circle of friends. If it's just nothing but three praying warriors, get together and get through it. It's too much. It's too much going on out here. It's too much to live for. It's just too. It's just too much to harbor and hold on to anger. It's not good. That causes depression, stress, anxiety. You stressing over stuff. People living their life and you get ready to be dead. For
Yep.
what? Let it
Be
go.
with a whole new
I'm
person.
learning.
Facts.
I'm learning. Just let it go and let it be. I got too much going on to be worried about oh what this one doing and that one doing. You gotta learn how to channel your energy or something else. Go for a walk. Go read. Go to counseling. Go to therapy. That's the problem
Go on
too.
TikTok shop.
That too, but go on
TikTok shop.
therapy. But go on therapy seriously, because that's the problem in the black community. We don't want to go to therapy. We think, oh, if some just beat it out of them. You know, they teach you, oh, ain't nothing wrong with them, just beat it out of them. No, go to therapy. I'm saying, and there's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
I
that. Be transparent with people.
And you must have grace with your friends. You know, have grace with your for people that come to you, because a lot of times I've seen what people they be like, oh, she crazy for this, but it took you about 5 to 6 years prison sentence to get out that relationship, and she been trying to get out it for 8 months, but it took you 5 or 6 years. Now she crazy because you been blessed enough to get out of it, and you healing, you doing great
That's
now.
right.
You got to have grace with your friends. You
Hmm.
got to have grace with the people that you love that going through it. You got to
yeah,
have
I
grace with them.
learned that too. Yeah, that's true.
But first of all, I'm sorry, my phone cut off. I'm sorry. But first of all, give
I learned it
yourself grace. A lot of times you have to give yourself grace
That's
too.
right.
Learn to give yourself grace. Because sometimes we can harbor that, oh, I should have not been stupid and beating yourself up. Give yourself grace, you human. Life is about lessons and life is about choices. But learn from them, and that's it. That's all you can do.
Hmm. So let's move to the next one.
I gotta.
How has
So what's our next question?
how has your understanding of love evolved over the years? Ooh, I like
Mm,
this.
Hmm.
Mm.
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How has your
You know what I
understanding?
say?
Go ahead, sister. You go first.
It's. I have realized that it's. It has really evolved as far as my heart, like
Okay.
feeling. At first, when I was younger, it was more surface, but now that I am older, more mature, more wiser,
Hmm.
my love has really evolved in every relationship that I have in my life, not just my love as far as my sistership, my friendship, family.
Hmm.
Like it has really evolved just because I'm understanding about quality. I'm more about quality now, quality friendships, quality relationships.
Hmm.
Because I have come across some very, very good quality relationships. And I remember someone was telling me, like, man, you got a lot of different girlfriends. But I've been blessed
Hmm.
because of my personality that I've come across. To be honest, Lauren, me and you have our thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We have our thing. It's
Yeah.
quality. We haven't known each other a very long time, but it's quality there. It's
Hmm.
trust there.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
meaning we've known each other a
Absolutely.
long time. Now we known each other a long time, but it's still the same quality that I have with
Mm,
Lauren, and I haven't known her, but it's the
mm,
same. It's about the quality, you know.
yeah.
It's about the quality. Now that I'm older, my sister, I'm her older sister, but even the time we spent over the last week when she came here, it was felt the quality of our relationship. It made us stronger. It was the
Mm,
quality. So my love now is more about my quality of love. The It's not even. I think one of my girlfriends watching. We met nursing school. We met, but me and her have a quality. So my love now I'm older. It's more about quality.
mm,
It's not about, oh well you ain't known them that long. No, I'm allowing my heart of discernment to
mm,
give me these relationships and be open. You understand what I'm saying?
mm,
So that's
And
my
like
apologist.
so
mm,
I would say, how has your understanding of love evolved over the years? I would say my understanding of love has evolved over the years. It's kind of like what I've learned. Like a lot of people say, I'm pretty resilient. Like I would like bounce back. People hurt me, but that's
mm,
that. And I like what I think my niece came. She said, "Speak on forgiveness." That when she said that, that would town with what I was feeling on how my love evolves. I've learned how I'm loving because of who he is. It's not because who
mm,
you are. I love
right.
because of who
Right.
he is. Because if I love you because this is what God placed in me, when you hurt me, it may hurt, but I'm not gonna hold no grudge against you because I know I'm loving you
Right.
out of the right purpose. I'm not loving expecting
Mm,
you to do what I do because this is who I am, So my love has evolved just to learning that that you just have to love because of who he is. Because if we
mm,
really honestly, if we're loving people because they did this for us and they did that,
mm,
that's really not true love. You
Right.
gotta love people in spite of. You love because who he is and who God placed who you are within you. You know. So that would tie in. You just gotta be. Hey, you gotta love and you gotta forgive. Like that is love. God is
mm,
love. When you forgive, that's love. When
mm,
you can still, I can love you even if
Mhm.
you don't show me the same love back. Like that's true love. That's unconditional. That's
mm,
that agape love that we talk about. That's not I'm gonna
mm,
let you run over me like type love. That's not the same.
right.
That's that's saying I love you in spite of what you do. My
Mm,
love ain't gonna change because you change. If you
mm,
switch up, don't mean I'm gonna switch up. And that's what I've learned over the years. That's how my love is like, okay, people gonna switch up. And it's okay, but that's not gonna change my love because you switched up. I
mm,
may switch up on how I deal with you because I
right.
can't place myself in a place where I'm gonna keep. I mean, we're not ignorant. I'm not gonna keep stepping on the nail and I see it on the floor. Now we're not gonna do that. No, we're gonna walk over it and
Mm,
I recognize, okay, that's the nail. Let's move it over. Keep
mm,
moving.
mm.
So that's what I say. What about you, ladies?
I'm thinking.
Kind of like what you said, piggyback on what you were saying, just being intentional
Mm,
in your loving. I think I've grown to be more intentional. I feel like I was intentional, but I also feel like the enemy tried to rob me of being intentional with loving because you when you have been so nice and when you've poured into empty vessels knowing that your vessel is empty and you need pouring into yourself. um I felt like the enemy kind of robbed me of making me feel like, oh, you don't need to do that anymore. But I do need to still be intentional.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? We go through different things in relationships that could cause those areas in our life where we have been such a loving person where we'll feel defeat in that area.
mm,
But it's really not defeat. It's that's who we are.
mm,
You know what I mean? And I didn't want to change that about myself. So I wanted to make sure that in loving someone that I stayed intentional about loving them. And that just goes
mm,
for any relationship, not just a love relationship, but relationships with people.
Right.
mm.
Need
Well,
need Easter?
Well, I learned that love is an action. It's all about the quality and
mhm,
how you show me. Quantity means nothing if there's no quality there. I don't care if you had 10 friends. If two of them are solid, I'm with the people that's solid. The other eight just gonna have to be left behind. because there's no
Mm-hmm.
quality, it's no genuine. You just there sucking up air. You just there in my space. And what are you in my space for if there's no quality in it? So I've learned the older I get, it's about quality versus quantity.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So true. What's the next one? What role does forgiveness play in love and friendship?
Oh wow.
Who want to start that one first? Let me
What
tell you
you
what I
said
started.
what role does
You can't really be intentional with anyone unless you do that. It's hard. It's gonna be hard to do that with any relationship without forgiveness. You can't fully, you wouldn't be really operating in your authentic you, because everything will be, it just won't be right. You
Mhm.
have to forgive in order to have those cultivating relationships evolving around all those different aspects you just said. That has to be a factor.
Mhm.
Hmm. And people,
Yeah,
we always say it, and it's not a
I think
cliche.
if
It's the truth. Forgive. You go ahead, sister. Which you
no,
gonna
I
go?
was
You
gonna
gonna me go?
say, I think about, I think about a lot of my relationships, and I'm gonna be honest. If I did not walk in a spirit of forgiveness, I would not have a lot of relationships
Yeah.
today.
Hmm.
Because I'm gonna
Yep.
be honest with you, when you have to have an understanding, because I'm on a healing journey. So my perspective about things change. When you are looking at
Mhm.
things from a healed place compared to a broken place, you see things
Yes,
different. If it
differently.
wasn't for the spirit of forgiveness, I would not be able to have the relationship I have, because I am in a place of
Mhm.
healing. I understand your
Mhm.
brokenness because now I'm seeing it from a different lens.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
forgiveness is key. If I don't know why, but I think people can do something to me. I won't even mention it. I'll tell God, but what I'll talk about, I'll say, but this is why they're like that. So, however, you just got to give them a pass because they don't even understand because of where they are.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you seeing stuff from a healed perspective. You still seeing things from a healed place.
Mhm.
And then they're still in a broken place. But all we can do is do what the word say. So let our light shine.
Mhm.
Because the more healed you get, the more lighter your light is gonna get.
Hmm.
Mhm.
The more
And
you allow them, the
Hmm.
more lighter
Yes.
you're gonna be, emotionally lighter, you're gonna be mentally lighter,
Mhm.
you're gonna be spiritually lighter.
Mhm.
So the more healed we become, and I think that the more healed we become, the more we allow the spirit of forgiveness is going to dwell in us anyway.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It's just going to happen. That's just my experience.
Mhm.
we were talking about I was talking, I think, yeah, since I was telling about we were talking about that before, and I was saying like the Bible said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but powers and principalities. Like when if the hard part of sometimes is when it comes to forgiving is understanding it's not them. It's the spirit that
Mhm.
working within them. And
Yeah,
when we
that's
really
right.
like when we and we have to be honest, when people hurt us, it take us in our flesh. We feel it. We human. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna feel it. But then when we come to and we begin to start healing our getting healed, talking to God, reading our, we
Mhm.
begin to see that it wasn't them. It see anything me and my sister was talking about, anything that God ordained, the enemy want to come and he want to break up friendships. He want to break up. He want to break up friendships because that's love. God is love, because that's us to
Mm,
get together, and we get together, things gonna happen. Things
mm,
can move. Things can change. He want to break up relationships because hey, if you know God and you don't know, and we're in and I can bring you to God and see, then you're gonna lead to marriage and see anything that God ordains. He
mm,
want to destroy it. So it's like when we really get to that place to see that, you know what, it ain't it's the spirit that is working against us. You know what I'm saying? Like the
mm,
Bible said, the
That's
spirit
right.
of God is a rebuke to the enemy. When it's gonna always be a battle. It's gonna always be because the enemy don't want nothing that God ordains and He loves, and anything that's gonna bring unity, peace, and
mm,
a new soul to Christ. Oh, He hates it. He gonna do whatever He can to destroy it
yeah.
if we allow it. You know. So that's why forgiveness,
Hmm.
God, that's why He don't want us to forgive people. He want us to remember, oh, well, they did that to me, and they did this to me, and they really hurt me. And we'll forget about who we hurt, maybe like 2 years ago.
Mm,
We'll forget what we said that we shouldn't have said. You know what I'm saying? We don't see what we have put out there to others that could have, you don't even know when they was probably sitting there on the ledge because of what you said, being mean or something in your
mm,
wrong state. So it's like the enemy want to come in and make us look crazy, don't forgive and not, move forward and da
mm,
da da. That's his job. He's on his job. I guess it's about what we own,
mm,
you know, and let the church say amen.
Hmm.
amen. I'm gonna say this: forgiveness is for you and not for anybody else. You want, you want,
That's it.
you want God to forgive you, so you have to learn how to forgive. We always saying, "Lord, forgive me," but you won't forgive. Like, make it make sense.
Yep.
What he
And it
say,
don't.
70 times 7?
Whew.
Mm-hmm.
In one day.
Yeah, and another thing, you won't be settled in your spirit until you forgive. There's a unsettling
Mm-hmm.
um that it will eat away. You know what I mean? If you do not forgive,
Mm-hmm.
they have moved on, and you still bitter like that. It will also hinder what God wants to do in your
Mm-hmm.
life. So you have to I had to tell. I'm gonna give my testimony. Like, there's a difference between pain, and then there's a difference of being crushed in spirit. I had to differentiate the two. I was crushed in my spirit. So I had to say, God, I need you to take my heart, and I need you to mend my heart because my heart is crushed. You know what I mean? Um, and that is a different that's a different level of pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't understand how to forgive. I didn't understand. And that moment of my spirit being crushed, I didn't know how to forgive. So I had to constantly ask the Lord, God, please show me
Mm-hmm.
how to forgive in this situation so that I can be free from them, so that I can be free. You know what I mean? So it's just, you have to forgive, or there's this, you're gonna go to hell if you ain't gonna forgive anyway. And that's not, I'm not being deep and wonderful, but we just need to learn to forgive. You know what I'm saying? We do. You need to walk in forgiveness every day, or ask God to help you to walk in forgiveness every day.
Yep.
It's a principle. It's a necessity. Um, just for to even have a relationship, you can't have a relationship with unforgiveness, because it's gonna, it'll spill out on that relationship
Mm-hmm.
if unforgiveness is not a focal point.
Yep.
And
And I said one day, oh, go ahead, Nini.
I was gonna say, and forgiveness don't mean that you haven't forgot. You can forgive, but don't forget.
Right.
No,
That
we
don't
don't have a
mean,
seat. We don't have a sea of forgetfulness, so we're gonna remember, but we can't allow what we remember
yeah,
to
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
right allow us to treat
Yeah.
people a different as in
Because
a bad
sometimes
way.
I think sometimes the enemy uses that saying, "Oh, I can forgive, but I can't forget." Because if you allow yourself to remember, sometimes it could be a trigger for you, and then it could bring that spirit of unforgiveness back up. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I like to use God as an example, because when we sin or we do things, He doesn't say, you know, I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm gonna forgive you, but I ain't gonna forget that. You know what I'm saying? He told us that He washes that
Yeah,
away. So, but I understand from a humanistic perspective.
yeah.
I get it. We human. So that's something that we're gonna have struggles with because that's the humanistic
Right.
side of us. That's the beauty of being human, because we're not like God. We're not perfect. We're not Him. He's
Exactly.
able to do that, but we have to strive to be like that. But we still are flesh. So I do understand when people do say that.
And you know, one day I sat and I was like talking to God, and I was in tears, and I was like, God, I was so hurt. Like I was real, like you say, crushed. I was hurt, and I said,
Hmm.
God, don't allow this situation to change my heart. I
Mhm.
said that was like a hard prayer. I said, God, don't let this
Mhm.
situation change my heart. Don't let it change who I am. Don't let it change the love I have. I want to keep
Mhm.
this love. They just may didn't deserve that, but I
Mhm.
don't ever want to
Hmm.
change. Lord, I said, God, I just pray that you don't allow situations that has hurt me so to change who I am, the
Mhm.
heart that I have for people and the love I have. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a hard prayer to pray because it will the enemy will try to make you block. It'll make you not want to love. It'll feel like that there's not you can't love anyone again or love like that. But you know, that's the
Mhm.
devil's a lie. You know?
Yeah. Hmm.
So we're gonna go to the next last question. Then we move to the career
We
and
got one more.
purposes.
Look, we gonna have to put. Look, we gonna have to. We gonna have to do this last question, and then we probably. I guess we can stop and come back later this week to finish the other one because these is good. These is really good. What's the last one for the day?
It said, "What has singleness taught you that a relationship didn't?" Nothing. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. So what has singleness taught you that a relationship didn't?
To have fun by yourself. I'm
By
having so
yourself.
much I'm having so much fun now and so much clarity. It's like, oh, I got so much to do. Because when you're in a relationship, you get caught up in so much of their stuff that you put you on the back burner. But now it's like, oh, I got this to do. I can do this. I can do that. And it's like you just got nothing. You got nothing but more time. And I'm enjoying it.
But you know, see what singleness has
You,
to go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go.
I was gonna say you learn things about
Hmm.
yourself that you didn't know about yourself,
Hmm.
and that could be to improve yourself or just areas in your of yourself you didn't even know.
Hmm.
Like, girl, I didn't know you could be like this. I didn't know you were this strong. I didn't know
Yeah,
you could do all these things like multitask like that. You just find out things about yourself that you didn't
that's
know
true.
that you had in you. You didn't, just
Like
I mean, you knew it was there, but you didn't know you wasn't walking fully in that because you was tied up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Like I could
So
say for me, I've been more focused now than ever before. And it's like, oh, this is what I've been missing, missing out on. Case in point, work. When I was working, and I'm gonna be very honest, I was so caught up with them, like I was going to work and I'm just gonna be honest. I was happy to get a check. But after I had an audit, I had a conversation with my supervisor, it was so many things that I was missing out on. It's like you could do the work, but why are you coming to work? Like you just sitting here just coming to work just to get a check at this point. But after that breakup, honey, when I tell you, I be ready for that artist store to come out. I'm like, oh, I already know I passed with flying colors. I don't have nothing to worry about. It doesn't scare me anymore because I did the work and I know I've done it differently than I've ever done it before because now that I'm more focused, I'm more attentive to the things I wasn't attentive to before. And now it's like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to show these artists. Oh, y'all want this 95? I'm gonna give y'all a 98. So it's like bring it on.
Hmm. And you know, I
I
said
would say
singleness
it taught
taught
me.
me. I mean, I gave so much. Go ahead, sister.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, okay, I was saying like singleness taught me like I didn't realize how much I gave of myself. Like that
Mm,
talk, I thought I didn't realize how much I gave of myself, how much I put a lot of. things that I was overpowering. I was putting more of their stuff was a priority, and my stuff wasn't a priority, but I was still doing my stuff. I was overpowering myself with so much, and it was like, dang. And then now you have that, you have a place you like, man, shoot, I was so selfless. You were so selfless. I was so selfless. So selfless. And then you start looking around, you have so much time on your hand. You feel like, dang, I can do
That's so funny you say selfless. I would say selfish to my
myself.
own self. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Literally. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Totally.
Because you putting stuff down that God never told you to put down
Mm-hmm.
to for somebody else. It's just oh, it's a lot. I can say a lot. Lord have mercy. It's a long. This a lot.
I
But yeah.
think I would say what I learned single that I did was that I am freaking amazing. That
Yes. I
I'm
would say that.
smart.
Yeah.
That I am
Smart.
a
Yes.
very, I mean, that I am really an amazing person. And that I am that whether I'm in a relationship or not. And that I can be content with myself
That's right.
regardless. You know, like seriously. Like, and not
Hmm.
to say, and I'm a freaking good, I'm a good woman. I'm a good,
I
Yes.
know I am.
I'm a good,
Yeah.
I'm a, I'm a good sister. I'm a good mother. I'm a good, I, cause some of us, I'm just a wife. I'm not married, but I'm a wife. That's just who I am. Me and my sister was talking about it. That's just what I am. I'm just, I'm a
Yes.
mother. I'm a good sister, good friend. Um, I'm a good employee. You know, like it is. I'm just a good person. Like I am a good person, and just and look, and thank the
Like
Lord
I'm
that I'm a
freaking
saved good person.
amazing. I said I'm
I'm freaking
amazing. That's it.
amazing.
Freaking amazing. Yeah. You learn that. You learn that fast. You learn it. But you know, one thing I said, one thing I love about being a resilient person, like sometimes we go through stuff, but we ain't never lost our spunk. Like you ain't never lost your spunk. I said, guys, I mean, hey, you ain't never lost your spunk. No matter what, you ain't never lost your spunk. You hurt, you move back, you move on. I'm a healer, and it's like I can move forward. I can move on in spite of. It may take me a day or two. I may have to get it all together, but after that day or two, that's it. You ain't getting no more. You ain't getting no more. We're gonna move forward.
And you know what? These conversations, we need these. We need each other.
Yes.
We're different
Hmm.
type of women. We have different experiences. We need to knock each other down. We need each other. We have to change the narrative for supporting one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we
Because
need each
everybody
other.
needs somebody.
Yeah. Can I say one
Mm-hmm.
thing? Singleness also taught me
Hmm.
about more self-care
Yeah.
and
Oh,
taking care of your my
yes.
body, mind, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I get
Yes.
my nails and hair
Mhm.
done. I mean, that's my routine. But to take care of me more, take care of my health, take care of myself as a woman, just tending more to me and being okay with it. Go out by yourself. There's nothing wrong with look, I'll go out to lunch and eat right by myself. As long as I have my phone and a good friend to talk to, I'm okay. I even video call and say, look what I'm eating
Hmm.
for lunch today. There's nothing wrong with that. Entertain and have fun with yourself. Be at peace with yourself.
Hmm.
If you can't be at peace with
Hmm.
yourself, then how you expect somebody else to deal with you? Be at peace and be content with
Yeah.
yourself, but do things for yourself in the process. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. You gonna mope around a little bit, but get back up, go for a walk. Get your nails done, get your feet done. Everybody know me. I get my nails done religiously every 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not missing a beat. I'm getting my nails done. I don't care what's going on. I'm getting my nails done. I ain't gonna be sick. Look, Audrey can vouch for this. I don't care what's going on. I may be running late. Well, shoot, she run late all the time, but I'm there. And just take care of yourself and be intentional. And don't feel bad about it. Splurge, spend a little money on yourself. I enjoy spending money on me. So
Yeah, we
I
know
know
take
TikTok
care.
I'm with
enjoy you
Mimi because
spending money on you.
I don't care what's gonna happen. Everybody know. Every other Thursday, I'm not doing it because I want to get my nails done. Every other Saturday on the morning, it's not
Mm,
happening. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna look good. Self care. I think we
mm,
need to. Yeah, self care is so important.
mm,
And
I do believe
sometimes
that.
sometimes your self care is in your house, chilling, quiet.
Hmm.
Decompressing.
yeah. Cleaning up is self care.
Yep.
Get rid of all that garbage and get rid of all that baggage and clutter. That's self care. So take care of yourself in the process. Mind,
Mm-hmm.
body, and spirit is
So
important.
before we go,
Yeah.
what would everybody
Absolutely.
give some type of wisdom before we go? Everybody starting at Lauren. Everybody give something, anything, whatever, anything you want to say, something that'll anything.
I would just say don't lose yourself. Um, in any process of with any relationship, don't ever lose yourself, even if it's just a regular friendship. Like if you see the regular friendship, um, where you see that there's a disconnect. Sometimes that's the Lord telling you to disconnect. So I would have to say, just I don't know, lessen your values.
That's good.
I love it.
Nini, Nini, what advice you give? Can you hear? Nini Carew,
Get you here.
can you hear? They be talking about us, me and my Android, but them iPhones. So, sister, you want to go?
Go
Or you want
ahead.
me to go? Wait, but here she
You can
come. Let
go
me
ahead and
see.
go. I'll
She
go
come.
later.
Nee, you hear us?
I can hear you now. I'm sorry. Repeat the question
Okay.
again.
What? Just give one advice. What would you give? Somebody that's listening, just a piece of advice about what we were talking about. What advice? One advice.
Be intentional and don't be bitter.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Let it go.
Love it. Sister.
Be
Mhm.
your true authentic self and don't be fake. It's too much going on out here just to
Hmm.
be fake. It's enough fake hair and fake nails. Be you and be happy with being you, but be intentional while being you.
Mhm.
I got another one. Can I say another thing?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
ladies, this is so personal. Don't let your dreams die. Pursue. Okay, it's never too late. Just don't let your dreams die. Pursue and keep going. I would have. I feel led to say that. Just don't let your dreams die. No matter whatever the circumstances are, keep pushing
Mhm.
and pursue and follow through.
Mhm.
Sister.
Uh,
What you got?
hold on. Uh, hold on. Dang, sister, I'm trying to find what I was about to say. Uh, anyway, that's okay. That's something else. Um, I was so one advice I would give. I would say it's okay to love. It's okay to love. Like it's okay. Everybody ain't them. Everybody's not
That's
them.
right.
That's it.
What did you say, sister?
I said
What did you
everybody.
say?
Everybody's not. I say what I would say is it's okay to love. Everybody's not them.
Mhm.
So everybody now who hurt you, everybody's not them. So it's okay to love them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I would say, and I'm a firm believer, do things that you've never done. I am a firm believer in taking
Mm-hmm.
chances.
Mhm.
We at ages in our life, it's okay to take chances. One of my friends said, you know how it is that now that we're older, we can make mistakes, we can take chances, and guess what? Who cares? Anyway, who cares? I say
That
take
part.
chances. I have taken chances over the past couple years. I've taken chances over the past couple years. Hey, if it worked, it didn't. If it worked, it did. It don't matter. It's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. Take
Yeah.
Mhm.
chances. Do things you never done before. It's okay to step outside the box.
That's
It's
right.
okay. God can show us things, give us things in many
Mhm.
different ways. He's past finding out, past God. He does not do
Yeah.
anything one way. And nobody else has to
That's right.
understand as long as you understand. That's all that matters. And with that being said, I thank you, ladies. You guys stay in. Well, we thank everybody for joining in. We will see you guys maybe one day this week. We well, look, we're not at work, so we may just do it again. But thank you all for being a part of it.
Yes,
And
thank
we
y'all.
are releasing.